What up, Ho Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. So I recently posted a video on TikTok that got way more views than intended. And in that video, I was talking about chair restriction, which is a punishment that my parents used to use when I was younger. And I felt like it was a very lighthearted video. I was kind of just like following a trend, and I only intended for maybe like 20, 30 people to see it. I don't get that many views on my TikToks, you know? And a lot more people saw it than that. I don't even know, like the way TikTok counts views is kind of weird, but it got almost 17,000 plays. And I don't know how many people that translates to, but more than I intended, right? So anyway, I felt like I was being super lighthearted, and the comments were just like, this is abuse. This is trauma. And I was like, is it? I'm not traumatized. I'm fine, right? And I asked my best friend and my husband, I was like, guys, I'm not traumatized. Like, that wasn't abuse. I'm fine, right? And they were just like, girl, you not fine. So anyway, lesson learned to me. Do not tell the internet your business, because you never know how many people are gonna see it, despite you assuming that it's not gonna be that many. Also, just so you know, if you follow my TikTok, apparently you get insights into my childhood trauma. Who knew? Anti-Hoosins, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. Today, we are here to watch more Linfamy. I have been really enjoying his channel. It just really explores a section of mythology that I didn't realize that I was lacking, that I was missing. It really just satisfies something deep within me. Today's video is called Old Man Gets Revenge on Puppy Killers Using Cherry Blossoms, Hanasaka Jisan. I don't know what any of that means, to be honest. It kind of sounds like word salad, but I would like to know what it means. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Once upon a time, there lived a kind-hearted old couple.
And I'm admitting it. Can't, because I did the shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it. No? Does nobody else immediately think about that song when they hear Once Upon a Time? Okay, whatever. Sorry. My bad, guys.
And their beloved dog, Shiro.
Puppy!
One day, while the old man was working in the field, Shiro stopped at a spot next to a tree and started wagging his tail and digging his little paws into the ground. Arf, 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 Shiro said, which was dog for dig here, dig here.
The dedication to actually say the arf arf part, I appreciate Linfamy's dedication to his craft, because that's top notch.
The old man was curious, so he grabbed a nice hoe and went to work, really putting his hips into it. It wasn't long until his hoe made a metallic clink, and even less when he dug up a stash of gold coins as big as his kindness. The husband and wife were delighted, and wealthy too. Unfortunately, a rich bank account comes with poor friends, and there they were. This old couple who lived nearby came over. It was opposite day, and they were being very nice and pleasant. We heard you had a miracle dog, the neighbors said robbingly, and convinced the trusting old couple to let them borrow the dog. The neighbors brought the dog home and said, Please, doggo son, we would be so appreciative if you found treasure in our field.
Suspicious.
Now, Shiro might have been a dog, but he wasn't a bish. He knew what this couple was about. Their hobby in the past was kicking and abusing him because they were jealous that they didn't have such a good boy. He said, arf, arf, which meant, no way. The cruel neighbors got mad and tied a rope around his neck, dragging him across the field. But the dog rewarded them with neither a bark nor a wag of the tail, nor even a cute handshake. After a while, the dog finally stopped at one spot and pawed at the ground. The two humans got excited and hoed like mad, their eyes gleaming like the gold they were about to not find. Instead of coins, a black stinking sludge oozed from the ground. The wicked old man was disgusted and slammed his hoe on poor Shiro's head.
No! Okay, I know from it said get revenge on puppy killers, but I was not emotionally prepared for the puppy to die. I should have paid more attention to the word salad, I guess.
Shiro let out a final sad arf, which meant the audacity of these fools. When they found out, the kind-hearted old couple burst into tears. They buried Shiro in their field and planted a baby pine tree next to it.
Question: how did the neighbor couple tell the friendly couple, oh, we killed your dog or your dog died? Like, how do you tell somebody that? Like the dog said, right? The audacity, the unmitigated gall to step to me and tell me that you killed my dog? Like, they buried the dog, so they saw the body, so they saw the wound. I know he didn't, like, run into something where this happened. So, like, I need details. I need details. Because the way I would have murdered you on site. On site. I don't know if I can say that and, like, still get this video monetized, but whatever.
The tree grew quickly, and the old man cut it down to make an usu, which was a large mortar used to make mochi. Shiro loved mochi. The old couple put rice into the usu and started pounding it to make mochi. But with each strike of the hammer, more rice popped out. Pretty soon, their kitchen was filled with rice.
What?
When the greedy couple heard of this, they were full of rice envy. They ran over and asked to borrow the mortar. This time, knowing how shady these people were, the old man let them borrow the mortar. Somewhere above, an angel tore off its wing.
Right, like, what are you doing, sir?
When the greedy couple pounded their rice, it turned into the same sludge as before. The stench assaulted their noses like they assaulted the dog. Disgusted, the wicked old man burned the usu. When the kind old man came to take back his usu and discovered that it had been burnt, he was so angry that he immediately gathered the ashes and went home with a heavy heart. When he and his wife carried the ashes to Shiro's grave, a breeze happened to blow some of the ashes into the air and onto some dying cherry blossom trees. Immediately, their withered branches flowered into an anime scene. The kind old man put the ashes in
Senbon Sakura. I don't think I said that right, but anyway, you know, Byakuya's fucking Zanpakuto.
A basket and went around the countryside, calling himself the old man who made dead trees blossom. He left a path of colorful trees and happiness in his wake. A great lord happened to see the old man pass by, singing out of tune. The lord was intrigued and said, "Show me how you make these dead trees blossom." And so he did, and the lord was so amazed that he gave the old man a huge barrel of money.
I'm dead.
Now, when that greedy old man heard this, he was like, son of a, and gathered the bits of ashes that were still on the ground where he burned the usu. He went around singing, pretending to be like the good old man, while keeping an eye out for any unsuspecting lords grazing nearby. And there was one now. The same lord walked up and asked the old man to do the trick. The greedy man happily scattered the ashes over a tree, and something happened. A gust of wind blew the ashes right at the lord and his men. It got into their eyes and noses, and everyone coughed and wiped their eyes. The lord had the old man beat up until he could only crawl home, where the wicked couple had a tantrum, yelling about how life was so unfair.
Okay, so, like, don't get me wrong. This old man sucks, and I hate him, and I wish nothing but bad things for him. But also, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about a story where a lord uses his privilege to beat down on the poor and down. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know someone out there is like, oh my God, I can't believe that Skitten's taking the side of this old man. Listen to the whole thing. I'm just kidding. I promise.
The good old couple heard the ruckus and came over to scold them for being so greedy and cruel.
And
then, being good people, the old couple gave their neighbors a large barrel of money.
Why?
Because they were totally loaded now and didn't need to hoard wealth. Having learned their lesson, the greedy couple stopped being greedy and lived good, virtuous lives ever after. Now, if I know my audience, then I know you hate this ending because you're vindictive little punks. Luckily, folktales have many versions.
Okay.
Here's a different version.
Give me the good one then.
When the Lord's group suffered the ash attack, the Lord threw the greedy man into prison for a while. After some time, he returned home. But by then, everyone in the village had already learned of the couple's wickedness and ran them out of town. The greedy couple lived in poverty thereafter.
Good. Exactly.
Do you like this ending more?
Yes, I like that ending more because it's the ending that should have happened in the first place. Why would you even give me the other ending? Give me the good ending first, Linfamy. Don't play me. Don't play with my emotions like this because I was getting upset. I was getting a little hot under the collar, you feel me? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. Let me know if there's any more Linfamy videos specifically that you'd like for me to react to. And other than that, peace out, Ho Biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.